Good morning. This is Employment Opportunities, and I'm your host, Randy Clark. Just a reminder, if you happen to miss the show or you just want to review it, you can always go to the WIL Facebook page or go to YouTube, WIL TV 47, and you can view it again. Now, I got a couple of jobs I want to announce to you this morning, and then we're going to talk with a special guest I got here. Russell Mills, Russell Medical down in Elliott City. They need a radiology technologist. They need a nursing tech, a CNA. They need an ER skill tech, receiving clerk, security guard, dietary assistant, and a cook. Plenty of jobs down there towards Elliott City if you're looking to get in the medical field. And Safeguard, right up the road here on 280, they need a fire extinguisher service tech. No experience necessary, and that address is 39610 US Highway 280. Apply in person, and they're paying $15 an hour with pay increases throughout the first year. That's Safeguard, right out here on 280. Apply in person. 39610 US Highway 280. Now, I got somebody special with me here today, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Hoodie Trail, and then we got a special event. I'm going to let her tell us about it. And good morning.
Good morning, Randy. Thank you for having me.
This is Kim Shotwright. She's with the Hoodie Trail, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
How did you get involved? Well, first of all, tell us a little bit about Kim Shotwright.
Oh my goodness. We've only lived in Sylacauga for about 6 years. Love Sylacauga. It's become definitely home. We are involved in the community. I'm a member of the Chamber of
You're
Commerce.
very active in our community.
Yes, sir. I try to be. And we own 2 small businesses in Sylacauga, one the Hoodie Outdoor Center, and a new business, Tops Fiber, which is a consulting business mainly doing work outside of the U.S. or outside of the Alabama. But I'm very excited to be here today and talk about some exciting stuff going on.
Well, I'm glad you're here too, Kim.
Thank you.
How did you get involved with the Hoodie Trail?
Oh goodness, my husband is an avid long distance hiker, hiked the Appalachian Trail, just love spending time in the woods. And so I become in love with the trail by association, I guess. And the Hoodie Trail, we kind of stumbled on it a few years ago, and it has been a vital part of who we've become in our community for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give us a little history of the trail?
Yeah, sure. The Hoodie Trail really has been an evolving process. It has started out as an opportunity to connect the trail to the Appalachian Trail that goes all the way to Maine. It has been a work in progress for many groups like Conservation Fund, Forever Wild, and started in smaller sections, but now is a 348-mile trail that starts at Flag Mountain in Weguffka and goes all the way to...
Right down the road here
it starts. Is, right. It does, right down the road, and it goes all the way to North Georgia near Ellijay.
Okay. And it's how far?
348 miles.
That's a long hike.
It is. 175 in Alabama and 173, I believe, in Georgia.
Okay. Great.
Yep.
Now, we got the Hoodie Trail covered.
Hoodie Trail's covered.
We got a special event coming up next weekend. The reason I got you in here this week is I know you've been super busy up to this point, and I know you're going to be real busy next week.
We're turning it on this week. We're about 10 days away from the event we've been planning for about 8 months.
Go ahead and tell the viewers about what's happening right here in Sylacauga next weekend.
So next week, September 23rd through 25th, we'll be hosting the first Hoodie Fest, which is our actual trail kickoff. Our trail season goes from late September to May. And we decided that since it's our fourth anniversary in Sylacauga as a business, that this would be a great weekend to kick off the trail. We have invited hikers and vendors from all over the U.S. We will have over 30 vendors that will be coming into town, gear vendors. We will have food vendors that are local food trucks. We've also got the amazing restaurants downtown that, that hikers don't have a problem walking 3 blocks to
That's
to
right.
like to patronize.
Walking's not a big deal. to
Not a
them.
big deal, not a big deal at all. But it is a public event. It is free to everyone. And I invite our community to come out and really spend time with these hikers to see what the Pinhoti Trail is about and what a gem it is for our community.
Okay, let's talk about a few details going on next weekend.
All right.
First of all, would you like to mention some of the sponsors?
Yep, sure. Two of our biggest sponsors, Alabama Outdoors, is an amazing gear company, clothing company out of Central Alabama. Also, the Conservation Fund has been a great resource for us, not only in building the trail and what they do for our communities as far as like keeping our green spaces green, but also in support of events like this to promote the Pinhoti Trail. We also have sponsors like the Sylacauga Commercial Development Authority. The Pinhoti Outdoor Center is a primary sponsor of the event as well.
Right.
So we're excited about just being able to have people involved in the event that really see the potential of where it can go and,
Right.
and how it can grow over the next few years.
30 vendors. You and Nathan's been busy.
We've been busy.
It's took a while to
Been busy.
get this together.
It is, and we're with this being the first event, we're very excited that there's been 30 groups that have been interested. Some of them, it's not all gear and equipment. There's the Pinhoti Trail towns. Sylacauga is designated a Pinhoti Trail town, and each of the towns along the trail that support hikers have been deemed trail towns. So we'll have Heflin, we'll have Cave Springs, we'll have Piedmont, and Mulberry Gap Adventure Base Camp are 4 community groups that support the hikers, and so they'll be able to come, hikers will be able to come and plan their entire hike in just the weekend.
Great.
So it's just a great opportunity to meet these folks, see what each of these communities offer, but for us it's more important to have these hikers coming into Sylacauga to see what Sylacauga offers.
Okay. Now, 30 vendors. I know you can't name them all, but
Oh,
can
goodness.
you just kind of touch on some of our local vendors that's going to be there?
Yeah, well, local vendors, we've got a couple food trucks. John Letty has got the Street Cafe will be there. Pelican Snowballs will be there. We've got a couple food trucks coming out of the Birmingham area, Chelsea area that are licensed in Sylacauga to be here. So we're excited about the food trucks. We've got vendors like Etowah Gear. We've got Enlightened Equipment. Oh goodness, I'm gonna blank. We've got artists
okay.
coming from Utah. Steve Baker is an incredible artist that his art was inspired by his hike on the Pinhoti Trail. Same with Heidi Nesbitt. Her trail name is Sketching Summits.
Okay.
And she'll be coming with some of her watercolor art. So it's a crazy community, but it's going to be so much fun to see all the people gathered and just really spend time with these vendors. We'll have Leave No Trace, which I know is important to you.
Yes.
We'll be doing some contests throughout the weekend on the 7 principles of Leave No Trace,
Okay.
and teaching people to leave the places as good as they found it, which can be not only applied to our trails, but to our communities and
Right.
even our home. I tell my kids all the time, let's practice Leave No Trace today
Right,
and
right.
pick up all your stuff.
Right. That's a simple thing to me. Clean your mess up.
Clean up after yourself.
Clean up after yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Now this lasts 3 days.
It is. It starts Friday evening. We'll be setting up the park around lunchtime on Friday the 23rd.
Okay.
Vendors will show up probably around 12 to 3. Hopefully they'll be all set up by 5. We've got live music starting at 5:30. We've got an incredible lineup of speakers on Friday night and Saturday night.
Okay.
And then we have different events going on through the day. We'll have a crosscut saw demonstration by Wild Alabama.
Okay.
We'll have Alabama Hiking Club will be doing a backpacking mini class. So it's a condensed version of a class that we usually hold once a year on Backpacking 101, basically to teach
Right.
people how to pack and measure for packs and tents and all that stuff. So
I had a question for you.
sure.
I heard you mention the hiker's nickname. That's interesting to me.
Yep.
Who gives them a nickname, or do they give the nickname themselves?
So there's 2 ways you can get a trail name. You can choose your own trail name.
Okay.
And a lot of times people get a trail name because they've done something that's either embarrassed themselves or done something kind of dumb. So you know, it's just a matter of, or something that you've done constantly or consistently, that'll pick up a trail name. So
Right.
a lot of times your trail name's given to you, but you can accept it or reject it and choose your own if you want to.
Right.
But there's a lot of people on trail that I wouldn't know their real name. So
You
it's
just
hard to
know
find
their
them on
trail name.
Facebook. You know them by their trail name.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Now, it starts on Friday and goes all the way through Sunday.
Yes.
Sounds like a great time.
It's going to be a great time. And then Sunday morning, we're going to be doing an appreciation breakfast for all the hikers. We call it Trail Magic. Trail Magic is something that is unexpected for hikers, and they're going to know about it this time. But when you're hiking along the trail, every once in a while you'll stumble across a group of folks on a trailhead that are cooking hamburgers on the grill for hikers, or even just stashing Gatorades. But we're doing a pancake breakfast on Sunday, and that has been a great community effort as well. But
Okay.
pancakes and sausage for all the hikers that are there that stay the weekend. We'll be doing some grand prize drawings that day with some incredible gear. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Right,
Going to be a
right.
fun weekend.
Let me back up a little bit about the hikers. Could you explain how the Chamber of Commerce is involved in the hikers? I know they've got a program down there. Could you explain how that works?
Yep, we have partnered with the Chamber of Commerce as part of the Trail Town effort and the City of Heflin, because we have there's a certificate that goes along with a through hiker. So if you hike the entire trail, you can apply for a through hiker certificate.
Okay.
Part of the requirements of that certificate is a registration. Well, the Sylacauga Chamber has taken on that registration, so hikers can come into Sylacauga, go to the Chamber of Commerce, and they can get that registration. And it's a pack tag that goes on their pack, and it's numbered, and it does several things. One, it brings hikers to Sylacauga.
And
Two,
they put money in our city.
they do. They do. When
Right.
they come into town, they go to our restaurants, they go to our stores,
Right.
spend money
Purchase
in
things,
Yep,
yeah.
stay in hotels.
Right.
So that pack tag helps us keep track of how many people are on the trail. And it's not everybody gets one. It is free, but it helps us kind of keep an idea of how many numbers on the
Safety
trail.
issues.
If something happens on the trail, we know when they started, and
You pretty much
Get an
know
idea.
where they're at.
we can keep up with most of the hikers that
Okay.
come through. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Now, back to the Hoodie Fest.
in Hoodie Fest.
Can you touch on some of the entertainment that's going to be there? I know you have
Yeah.
a local band.
We do. Local band Tommy Brown 3.0 is going to be there Saturday
Okay.
night. That's going to be a great time. We've got local musician Kenneth Shirley coming out of Talladega. It's an incredible one-man show. Exciting for us is that we have two different groups. One is Dave Chandler. His trail name's Music Man. He is a hiker coming through our outdoor center and picked up the guitar and just started strumming. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So he's going to come and entertain us Friday night as well.
Okay.
And then there's a group called, it's the Outlaw Cousins and the Yankee Woman. They're a group out of Ohio, and they will be coming down, and he has hiked the Hoodie Trail several times, and he and his family are coming down to play. So it's going to be an action-packed weekend, a lot of stuff going on, and it is a free event, so we're very excited to be able to do that. You don't need a reservation for camping. You just come. We've got one side of the park. I didn't even mention that. We'll be at Noble Park.
Right, we're going to be
Yep,
at Noble
Noble
Park right here in Sylacauga.
Yep. And so the park closest to the insurance company in the Snowball, that
Okay.
will be all camping.
Okay.
And then the other side of the park will be where all our vendors will be set up, and that road between will be cut off for the weekend just to keep our
Right.
vendors and stuff
Right.
safe.
They're coming from all over the country.
All over the country.
It's going to be a great event.
It's fun. We're excited. It's one of those things, because it's a free event. We have no idea how many people are going to show up, but if the numbers that we're hearing, the calls we're getting, the questions we're getting asked, it's going to be a pretty big event.
One more question, Kim.
Yep.
You mentioned camping.
Yes.
Can local people, if they just kind of want to get involved, maybe they're just starting to
Yeah.
hike, can they go out there and camp too?
Absolutely. This is for the community as much as it is for the hikers.
Right.
And part of that is that we want to bridge that connection. We want to make sure that our community knows what they're doing when they're here, the hikers, but we also want to educate them about the Hoodie Trail. So
Right.
bring your family out. If you don't want to camp, just at least come visit, see
Right.
what it's all about. But also, if you want to bring your tent, bring your family, come. It's a family weekend.
Right.
It'll be a great weekend.
Okay. We're out of time.
We are out of time already.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
I
in.
appreciate it.
And I know you and Nathan have worked extremely hard. Y'all probably been working on this for a whole year, haven't you?
It's been pretty close to it, yeah.
Right. And thank y'all so much for what y'all do for
Thank
the
you.
Hoodie Trail. And you're well thought of in Sylacauga.
Well, thank
and
you.
We really appreciate all the things that y'all involved in the community besides the trail. And the Hoodie Trail starts just right down the road.
Down
And
the road.
the first place you come to is Sylacauga.
Sylacauga, it's the first trail town on the
Right.
Pinhoti.
And I know it's going to be a great event.
It is.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Randy. I appreciate it.
Remember, next weekend, the 23rd through the 25th, they're going to be down here at Noble Park, right here in Sylacauga, Alabama. And come down there and meet some of the hikers. You can even camp out if you want to. There's going to be all kinds of activities, music, vendors, 30 vendors, that's a lot of vendors. And so come on down next weekend, 23rd through the 25th, that's Friday through Sunday, right here at Noble Park. And see you next time.